How's it going? I'm going to be talking today about a phone that I bought 6 months ago. That's the iPhone SE 2nd edition. One of the things on the new iPhones is they have a Face ID, which takes a map of your face through infrared and takes a camera to look at that so you log in with your face. Well, the problem is if you have a mask, it doesn't work. You gotta take the mask off or open it or whatever to get in. But with the iPhone SE, you have a Touch ID, so it's really easy to get in because all you got to do is take your thumb or any finger that you've done it, and then boom, there it is, and you're in. I also had an iPhone that had Face ID. It was the iPhone XS Max, and although I did like the screen size, I didn't really care for the Face ID that much. I mean, it wasn't terrible seeing as how it wasn't COVID, so I didn't have to worry about the mask problem. But yeah, it was just much easier to also use the Touch ID because you got a button you can use to open up an app, and there you can see how responsive this is, and it's really easy to go back. You want to go to your apps, then there you go. You just double click and that's it. So it's just a lot more functional and easier to get in. I find sometimes with the system of the camera on the XS Max and the newer iPhones with the Face ID, you have to hold it in a certain way, and sometimes it doesn't get it right. And I've also used Face ID similar. It wasn't Face ID, but I've used some facial recognition on other phones like the Pixel 4 XL, for example. And I have to admit, the Apple's version of Face ID or facial recognition is a lot better than the Android versions. I talked a little bit about the speed of the phone, and like I said, I'll just show you here how fast it is to unlock, and then I'll go to an app, it'll open up, and that's just the app doing things. It's pretty easy, and I just double click. I can go through and pick something, or go through and pick something, and if I need to go back to the home, there it is. So it's pretty fast, pretty efficient. So you saw I had a case on it. This is the OtterBox Defender series case, so it's pretty rugged. You can see there it's the OtterBox, and of course I got the red, but I didn't know I was going to be putting an OtterBox on it. I kind of like this blue-gray version. And the thing about this case, I would really recommend a case, at least some kind of case, if not this case, because the phone has glass on the back, and it's also got aluminum. So, and the aluminum are curved edges, and it's just, I mean, as long as you're super careful with it, you're probably not going to drop it. But I've found myself at home in the carpet in my own room to have it drop out of my pants, fall out because it was so slick, and out of my hands. And I said, no, I'm going to get a case. So I got this, and I love it. And you also saw that this is actually a rubber and a polycarbonate shell, and that just helps with the impacts. But you can see there, it's got a film, a little plastic layer that is real thin, so it could read your fingerprints. So it's got a screen protector as well. But the only gripe I have about this is it's totally, like, it gets dust and grime and dirt and grime inside it. You know, it just kind of comes through. So, you know, I would definitely recommend to get a case, and you might have to clean this every now and then, but it is what it is. Now, would I recommend this phone over new phones? And I would say it is a yes. I would recommend it. It's for the value. To me, it's got the best value. Even 6 months later, it doesn't skip a beat. I've never had any lagging problems like on some other Android phones that have come out, and that after a couple of months or so, they got kind of laggy. But if you can handle a traditional feel, a smaller screen, and the bezels, then it's a great phone. You don't need to look elsewhere. But if you want the more high-tech, more newest features with Face ID and emojis and stuff, then you should check out the newer phones. So anyways, thank you all for watching. This has been Philip Schmitt, and I will see you later. Bye!